Welcome to another episode of Questions to Nutnfancy. We are in the bunker. Tactical Doodle. Golf clap. Golf clap. My shoulder is totally sore from shooting that Ruger 1022 today.
Yeah.
Totally sore. Yeah, dude.
Whew.
Yeah, a lot of recoil.
Snap a clavicle.
This is coming up in a GRV. This is my original 1976 Ruger 1022. Still wearing the same stock. It has traveled to Alabama, Virginia, Utah, Arizona, Oregon, and other places I'm probably forgetting. The everyman's rifle, the Ruger 1022. Whew, good times. QTN. All right, let's jump right into it. We have some good letters sent to the P.O. Box. We do prefer written format, single page if you can do it. If it's multiple pages, our eyes glaze over, right?
Yeah.
It's just like, oh, gosh.
I can handle maybe 2 paragraphs or so.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe 2. Okay, take it away, TD.
All right.
I'm going to recenter this while he's talking. Only the best production values. Hit it.
Nothing. I've been watching some of your shotgun videos recently, and I have a few questions and thoughts. For my Remington 870 Marine Magnum, cool shotgun by the way,
Yep.
I'm trying to decide between a side saddle and a Velcro card system. I noticed you didn't address Velcro card systems in your ammo carry ways that work video. Can you do a video on that, or at least post some thoughts and recommendations in comments? Reading the comments on that video, a lot of guys seem to like the Velcro card systems, but I'm sure lots of us would like your opinion. Also, I just bought the Remington 870 DM with detachable mags. It's pretty great. Mm-hmm. I already have it, so I don't need a review. There you go.
Hey, some truth.
Yeah, but I'll bet a lot of guys might be interested in your thoughts. Maybe you can do a comparison review with the Mossberg 590M, which also uses detachable mags, but in a very different way. Also, I was watching the Combat Shotgun Shootout series, and I did not see a part 5 addressing the Winchester 1300. Did you not get around to making that part of the series? I only saw parts 1 to 4 talking about the 870 and 590.
Woo! Very astute. Very astute. And what's astute about that is he realizes that I never, and still have not, officially done the Winchester 1300 review. It seems like I have, though, because I've talked about it in so many reviews. And he was one of my crew helping me test it back in 2009 here in TNP. So, and actually, we do have that in the bunker right here. There you go. And so this is actually fully loaded with rock salt, strangely enough, because it's a proven man stopper. True or false?
That's how they stop the ape riots at the zoo.
They do actually, don't they?
Yeah.
I was kidding about the man stopper, and I was kidding that it's not loaded with rock salt. I'm just messing around. It's actually loaded with this stuff right here. It's going to be a combination of double aught and number 4 buck, and like I've shown you on tabletop, this thing is your welcome to the Nutnfancy household at 2 a.m. This is what's going to greet the bad guy. So anyways, I will tabletop this. Actually, I'm going to probably bunker it. We put out a poll in Patreon tonight, and we asked them, hey, we got some GRVs coming up, right? 2 GRVs, and I said, do you want tabletop format? Do you want bunker format? And it was overwhelmingly in favor of the bunker. And lo and behold, we have some new stuff in the background. What? That is exciting, Nutnfancy. We love, oh, where's my megaphone? We love your man cave, Nutn. Thank you. Yeah, it's fun. And we're here to have fun, for sure. Getting back to his letter, though, I forget his first name. TD.
Danny!
What is it?
I'm calling him Danny. It's Dan.
Danny.
Danny!
Did you just make that up?
No, I'm pretty sure. I think it's Danny.
Okay, sorry if we got your name wrong. Number 1, I didn't address the card system because when I did my ammo loadout system, I don't remember if they were really prevalent back then. And if they were, I just missed it. But if you guys don't know what that is, a shotgun card is going to mount just like, from what I know about it, and maybe I'm missing some stuff, yeah, they're going to mount on the side of the receiver, just like this standard aluminum plate side saddle, which actually uses a cross pins to mount. And then the card system will have Velcro, and so you can just put it on, you can peel it off, and it's kind of an interesting way to change out your load and make your gun thinner if it's going into a case. There are some advantages. However, there are some other disadvantages to the ones that I saw. Like I think SOE is a company that I looked on the internet tonight and they're elastic loops. So when TD was a little kid, I bought these really high quality elastic looped shotgun carriers. And I put shot shells in them. And I learned from that carrier system that your elastic's going to be good for about 7 years. Notice this one too. Some of you guys may be looking at this and say, well, you know, you have those loaded upside down. Why wouldn't you have them, or you should put them upside down the side saddle. The answer is because even the elastomer, in other words, the plastic here, will stretch out over time. And if you use the high base of the shells, they won't fall through the carrier. That's your answer. So is it the fastest way to load? Would I run a 3-gun competition with it? No. But this is a home defense shotgun, and this is plenty, and it'll work just fine. At least I have 6 rounds there waiting to rock and roll. But to answer your question, Danny?
Yep.
Danny Noonan?
It is now.
Yep, night putting with the Dean's daughter. If I was to outfit this again, I would look into Velcro attached receiver loadouts. I think that's fine. I like the Velcro attachment system. It's been proven in a lot of different applications. There's probably some LBE that uses that as well. And I have modeled some elastic, like in my LB loadout, but that's just because there's really not a polymer, if I'm remembering right, a polymer option for that. And on those, I'm hoping that the newer elastic's better than that stuff I bought in the 80s, to be honest with you. So far, it's been good, right?
Something tells me about 30 to 40 years of elastic development might change it. Just a little bit.
Am I that old?
Yeah, just about.
Holy cow. So one thing about the shotgun cards is they're not going to make you a faster shotgunner. From what I know, it's just a way to carry a quick 6 rounds. I would probably look into it. The nice thing is it's going to be lighter weight. It's going to be thinner than this because you won't have that big aluminum backing plate. I like it. Getting to your other comment, he's asking about 1300, and what was his other point too?
Yeah, 870 and 590 detachable mag
right.
lines.
The tabletop, I didn't bunker it, but the tabletop of the Mossberg 590 DM is done. Jardine was my crew member on that. We went out and shot it, and it was overall pretty good. And I'll just jump ahead and let you know what my overall take was on it. I wouldn't buy it. And the reason is I could outpace the magazine system. Not that I'm Joe Shotgunner, I'm not, but sometimes I'll jack the shotgun rapidly. Yeah, show them that while we're talking. This is a Sidewinder system, Mossberg 500 adapted. That I could never outpace. And did you help me shoot this?
Yeah.
Did we ever have a jam out of this thing? Maybe a one little thing, but this is a reliable system. So the 590 DM, I'm not saying it's horrible, but I just saw a couple stoppages, actually quite a few. The rounds would pop off the magazine. Now, you also mentioned the 870 detachable mag. I haven't tested that one. If you guys really want me to do that, let me know by thumbs up in this video, sharing it and watching a lot, and I'll watch the numbers. If it comes in high, then I'll do it.
We literally almost bought one, 4 days ago?
Literally, almost did.
We had it at the counter, we were going to grab it, and then, yeah.
And I love when I did the Shockwave versus the TAC, the Remington, the short bird's head pistol grip shotguns. The Remington was a lot smoother and faster, but it's down around compared to the Shockwave. I love the 870. I'm hoping that the DM version is even better. The Sidewinder system and conversion we showed you. Again, that magazine mounts forward of the receiver. It changes everything out. And I'm not sure they're still making it. And then finally, I promise you I'm going to bunker the 1300. I don't know if TD will be here with me. Maybe I'll just do it alone. We like TD to be in the bunker with you, Nutton. I understand that, but I'm carrying the show anyhow, so what's the diff? Right?
Yep.
Yeah, so you went without the shades, I see. Let's see how it looks.
It's
Gosh,
tough.
dang, that's bright.
Yeah, it is
I'm
tough
serious.
to read,
It is so...
I'm the one reading, though.
I know. When we're reading, we got to peel it off. So anyways, thanks for the comment. I hope I answered it for you. On we go to... God, we got a lot of stuff here. In the bunker. By the way, if you guys saw all the stuff we have waiting to cycle into the bunker right now, you would literally urinate yourself. Is that an exaggeration?
It finally gives me a chance to show off some of my secret models and fun little toys and trinkets I've gotten over the years.
We got some really fun stuff, and I mean, it's Where's Waldo for sure, and maybe some stuff we talk about, maybe some stuff we don't mention at all, ever. This is all decoration, though.
Yeah.
It's all decoration.
It's like desk toys and stuff that I've had sitting around.
Different guns you probably haven't seen in TNP, guns that are new to us, and again, it's just decoration. There you go. So, but I will probably bunker review the 1300. It's going to be a rave review. And in fact, I'm really going to push that someone somewhere makes that gun again. I've been doing it for 10 years.
Why don't they? It really is the slickest, awesome. It's my favorite of all of them. We keep testing 590s and 870s, and every time I pick up the 1300, that
So
1300
fast.
in particular, because I spent about 6,000 hours of snap capping it, and it is awesome. It is just slicked up
He
like an
literally
old pair
has.
of jeans. It's nice and cozy. And
There's a Hobbs meter on the side of that Winchester 1300, and it literally reads 6,001 hours of dry firing
you used to,
and actual firing.
yeah, when I'd
Hobbs
be,
meter's in a private plane, so he's flying these
when
days.
I'd be hooking up with girls, he would always kick open my bedroom
When you
door
were 6, in other
and
words?
rack the snap caps in there and just get a good little
By
start.
the way, how's the
ruin the
girlfriend
vibe.
situation going for you, dude?
Nothing right
Zippo.
now. Zero.
All right, we could do a whole thing on what's going on social media with the dating scene. We're not going to get into that in this bunker QTN. It's probably best we don't. Let's just say the pickings are slim. Am I right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Not high quality production.
Now that I've said that, they're going to, oh, dude, you totally got to do a video on the dating scene. I'm seeing it too, Nutton. You know they're saying that.
Yeah, everyone. Yeah, gross. Why is it wet?
I don't know, urine?
Nasty.
I just made that up.
Yeah.
All right, letter 1. This is going to be a dude, and his name is Tyler Gerhardt. And by the way, if I see your screen name as your real name, I'll just say it. So if you guys have like, whatever, a moniker or something like I use, then I'll use that too. So Tyler, here we go. Skim through that sucker.
All right. Good evening.
You guys in California and New York are going to love this letter because he's going to ask for gun options. Not that we're the experts. We have a couple opinions.
Well, you ruined the surprise now.
It's okay.
I'm currently under the rule of King Cuomo as I live in Rochester, New York. So with that being said, in your current knowledge of our gun rights, i.e. no muzzle device, fixed stock, no bayonet lug, 10-round mags only, no pistol grip, telescoping stock, pistol grip allowed if you have a fixed mag. What do you think is my best option for a new centerfire rifle? Currently I have a Marlin XT22. I've contacted a gunsmith.
Okay, stop right there. So his defensive gun is an XT22? So he's kind of joining two things together. What's my best defensive gun? Then oh, by the way, I have an XT22.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, it's something. Keep going.
I've contacted a gunsmith over constructing a legal/custom AK-47, but I'm having second thoughts. I found out through your review of the M1 Garand that one is able to purchase through the CMP. Then another review of yours brought my attention to the Fight-Like SCR, another capable platform with interesting appeal.
Okay, can you halt right there? 'Cause otherwise I may forget these points. The first one he said was, go back up a little bit. Let me just say right now, the M1 Garand is fantastic.
Yeah, buy one now.
Fantastic.
Buy one while they're still available. Otherwise, 20 years from
Right.
now, you're going to be walking by a gun show and see one for $2,500 and go, man,
Right.
they used to be $600 through the CMP.
Hard-hitting 30-06. It shoots like a pussycat. I mean, you've seen it in Soldier Boy. You've seen us shooting it here for the last 10 years, off and on. We don't shoot it all the time. And accurate. I mean, it's easy to hit with. It is such a fantastic weapon. And it's also a very viable option even today. Granted, we have 8 rounds right there. So there's I don't know if you guys can hear that out. Move that right there. See that? So we've got a clip of Garand ammo there. A big fan. And I said that in the tabletop review about 8 years ago, that it is still a viable defensive gun. And it's probably going to stay legal a lot longer than everything else because it's basically a curio and a relic.
Yep.
And I don't know if in your state they're classified as that. Maybe no. Maybe yes, maybe not. Let me go back to your AK point. You said you're going to do a custom AK build. And that actually kind of alarms me because I think the custom AK market is kind of a joke. Rant.
Bring it.
Who's going to pay $2,000 for a stamped AK? Here's who. A fool. Okay, there's my rant. I said it. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, it's hard to justify it.
A stamped AK, and we've clicked around on, we're not going to mention names on these AK builds. So, you choose these certain components, they put it together, and they're giving you all these highfalutin promises about how it's the best AK in the world, and you just spent, I don't know, $1,700 on AK? No, and you still have all the limitations of the AK platform, some of which in this one in the background, the SGL-31, took a lot of time and effort to overcome. So this one has, modern ergonomics to it, this SGL-31. I guess it's got a bayonet on it. Did you guys check that out, by the way? What? So ergonomic, but I still, more weight for optics. No, AR, thank you. Okay, continue to read. Thank you. Sorry for that rant.
With your thought processes and testing being a focal point in my research, what would you pick in my situation? I know it's a challenging question, but any recommendations would be nice. I'm 23 and looking into starting a career in diving. My goal is to hopefully end up in an aquarium facility or something related to ocean conservation.
It's kind of funny how you went from guns to diving, like.
Yeah, we're changing a lot here.
Okay, hit it.
That's pretty much it.
Okay, that's it. Let's go back to the gun options. New York State. I'm not familiar with everything in New York State. I know it's completely jacked up. It's a leftist haven. It's a protectionist haven. If they could completely outlaw guns altogether, they would. Join NRA. Yes, NRA still. Stay with GOA. Yes, GOA still. I just sent $100 to GOA because they're doing some great work in the Supreme Court. Love both organizations. And I will never, ever, ever try to weaken the NRA. Anybody who does is a fool. Because there's not, I mean, if I look left and right, there's not another bunch of NRAs running around. Holy freak, I'm dropping stuff all the time. Anyways, so that's that. Stay politically active. But back to the question, best defensive rifle, I think you mean, in New York State. Apparently he chose a 22.
I think that's just what he has now, and he's saving up. Honestly, if you're 23, I don't think custom anything should be on the list
Good point.
of stuff to buy. Sorry, I mean, it's not even on my list of stuff to buy.
Give him some good cost-effective options from what you know then.
The Troy PAR is probably the first.
I like that. Not really cost-effective. That's still an expensive gun. You might pick up a used one.
Field-grade Garand.
Yeah, a real beater Garand off a pawn shop somewhere if you could find it. You could go into Gunbroker. I think all the Garand prices have gone way up since we reviewed it a long time ago.
I think they still have the lowest grade, though. So for under $700, you might be able to get one.
See, if you could score a Garand for $700, awesome. The SCR is a good gun. I like it. It seems like a higher end Kel-Tec SU-16. We did have that one hard jam on us. It was a big deal. I tweeted out what actually happened. Would I still buy an SCR or at least entertain it into my mix? Yes, I would. But between that and SU-16, what would you choose? An SU-16 featureless, like a CA, or even the RDBS is actually New York capable.
RDBS would be real good.
I'd go with RDBS. And he helped me test that. That's the survival, and it is 5 pounds, 14 ounces, has that skinny little pencil barrel.
It's
what a great
super
gun.
handy.
God, we love that gun. It ran really good too, didn't it?
Yeah, I like that first edition too. Not the new one has like a goofy ass super tall sight on that. What's that about?
He's talking about the RDBS survival. I think it's because probably some guys complained that it didn't come with iron sights, and so Kel-Tec probably post-engineered
They
it.
give you like a 6-inch
I saw,
riser.
yeah. I'll roll in a screenshot or something so you can see what he's talking about. It does look a little bit goofy. Whatever. I mean, nothing's perfect. Kudos again to Kel-Tec for coming out with such guns.
Yeah.
I mean, who else is doing that? A sub 6 pound bullpup survival gun. No one else is doing it.
Ruger's going to make one. They just have to wait for a much smaller company to invent it, market it, and start selling it.
And do all the R&D.
And then they go, that's
go,
cool.
Ruger. Yeah, we love Ruger. We do. But they do copy everybody a lot.
Hey, everybody, look at our new product.
That looks a lot like the Walther P22, dude. No, it's completely different.
No, we just invented it.
Yeah.
Hey, guys,
other
look at our
options.
piston AR.
Going back to some options, a BLR by Browning in 308. Yes.
A weird one to. Yeah.
I said that in the tabletop. It has very rounds limited, but your rounds limited in your state anyhow. It has a 4-round mag, but get like 5 more mags, dude. And it's fast, it's slick, it's shooting a 308, it's super accurate. We love shooting it.
It is awesome.
Fantastic. Along those lines, why do you have to go semi-auto? Go Marlin 3030, Winchester Classic 94 and 3030. Those guns still work. There are rural police departments to this day that are running those guns. Granted, they don't see a lot of action or drug running going on in their
freaking state
sector.
Police in India still use old-ass World War II Enfields in 303.
Yeah.
So
to review, SCR, Troy, PAR, SU-16, CA, RDBS. Man, we're giving them a lot of suggestions.
Yeah.
BLR, Marlin 3030, Model 94, Garand, and then M1 carbine.
M1 carbine. Could be good.
As long as you know the magazine. I don't know what your magazine situation is. We got to move on, though. Thanks for the letter. Appreciate it. And again, the P.O. box is below. I'm really happy to have this bunker format for QTN. I often do it in the Zodiac. I'll drive out to California. We'll get in the boat. Some are cool, some are fun. And it was really hard for me not having the studio like we have now. So you're probably going to see more QTN episodes. Let me know in comment, though, if you still like me to go out in the Zodiac and do QTNs. It is much more complex. Thank you, Tyler, once again. Robert Briley in Moultrie, Georgia. He's a 42-year-old dude, and I'm going to read his letter. Actually, you're doing such a good job. You do it. Okay, he did a really good job. So this, make sure I'm not showing his email or anything.
1 page limited.
Look at this, dudes. This is how you do it. So, one, it's legible. I can actually read it. And then it's 1 page. So, great job, dude. I appreciate you.
Text only, no nude doodles. It's great.
Nude doodles. You know
my name
love
is
that when it
Robert.
happens.
Nelson is his last name. I'm a fairly recent convert to TNP. 2015, recently joined Patreon. I've watched hours of your videos and always look forward to watching the next one. I'm writing to get your perspective on the next chapter of my professional life. I'm 42 years old, married to a beautiful woman, and have 3 fantastic kids.
Awesome.
I work as a certified registered nurse anesthetist with an excellent job in southwestern Georgia. A handful of physicians I work with and respect are members of the Georgia Air National Guard. They recently invited me to join their unit and serve as a member of the CCATT, Critical Air Transport Unit. All those guys are super positive about serving, but I would greatly appreciate some straightforward advice. I feel a deep desire to serve, but not at the expense of my family's happiness and well-being. I spent a lot of time researching the topic and praying about it. Your advice would mean a lot, though. Thanks for being awesome.
Okay, I don't know about the awesome part, but we're going to attempt to answer it. And I'm going to be totally sincere with you guys, and I liked what he said. He said, I'm praying about it. We're God-fearing people. We believe in God. And we're not like pushing it on people, but that is our value system. And I honestly think you should do your part when you're thinking about a big life change, a big decision, and do all your legwork, and then you do it, and then take it up with the Lord. And then pray and say, how do I feel about this certain change in my life, and where should I go? I think that is good. It's a humble experience. It's an interactive experience with your Creator. And yes, we believe in God. I don't care what anybody says. I will never, ever change that. So if you don't, I respect that. That's cool. But we do. And I liked how he said that. So that's number 1, is take it up with a man. Do your part, though. Just don't sit on your butt and act like everything's going to be done for you. Getting back to your question, and I'm going to ask your opinion on this too. So Doodle's going to weigh in on this too, perhaps. Should I join a military unit, a part-time military unit, to do what I'm doing in a civilian world? So he's a trauma nurse or something?
Yeah, anesthetist.
Okay, so do that, but do it in a military environment. My take on this is be very careful before you leap into that. Because what's going to happen is you're going to get a phone call in the middle of the night, and they're going to say, we're deploying. You're going to go Title 10 orders. You're going to be deployed for a year. You're going to leave your civilian job. You're going to be out in Afghanistan, and you're going to be sitting in a tent in your little parcel, if you're lucky, hot bunking with some dude. And you go, what did I just do? And you're going to be asking yourself, with what's going on now, am I really making a difference? Would you do it? I'm leaning towards no. Don't get me wrong. I'm a big military service guy. I'm a retired lieutenant colonel, 21 years of service. You guys know that. Go, rah, 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 all that. But with what we're doing right now, it's just a waste. To be totally honest, it's a waste. We're not really affecting any long-term changes in Afghanistan where we are. We're spending billions and billions of dollars doing basically nothing for a society that isn't ready for it. They cannot sustain a democracy. They can't. I mean, we build schools, spend millions, and they go and blow them up. WTH, man.
Hey, they haven't crashed that many of the F-16s. We bought them.
Are they flying F-16s, dude?
Yeah, we bought them a ton of F-16s, and then I think they've been trying to train them stateside.
It's a laudable effort, and I'm not going to go into some big, long, foreign policy rant here. Rant, not and we love it. No, it'll be like a 2-hour video, dude.
No.
So that's enough said. Don't do it.
Why are you tackling it from the foreign policy? Here's what I would say.
I didn't, though. I talked about your personal life, too. It wasn't just foreign policy. But that does jive to it, because if I'm out there eating an MRE, deployed away from my family, everybody will do this. And I've been there. And you go, why am I sacrificing like this?
Yeah.
What long-term benefit? Like, if I'm out there defending the United States of America against foreign enemies, and I'm like, okay, my time's being spent well.
Yeah.
But when I deployed down in lodges and we're doing air bridge work, I was in the KC-135, and we're doing air bridge work. I was like, this whole Iraq thing is it's kind of a joke, to be honest with you. I said that to my guys. I was like, it would almost be better to leave Saddam Hussein in power because he at least maintains order down there. Sorry for the rant. What were you going to say?
He's 42. He's got 3 kids. I think his first allegiance is not to the country, it's to his family.
There you go.
I think he owes them. He owes his wife, his kids, his time, and his effort. He already has a job. I don't necessarily think he needs it's nice to think like patriotic, serving your country and stuff. Your kids need you more than your country does. And I think
TacticalDoodle, ladies and gentlemen, with the wisdom of the ages.
Yeah, and honestly, I think as soon as you spend time around dudes in the guard unit and they're hotboxing each other's farts, you kind of go, I don't know if this is ultimate good here. Yeah.
And month after month goes by. Like when he was a little kid, I deployed a lot. I wasn't like the Army guys. Holy hell. I'm not like the Army guys that, going for a year. But I would go for 3 months at a time, sometimes 4 months. Usually it was less than that. But you do that. You're sitting there and you go, what? Especially when you get later in your career in the Air Force or in the Army, whatever. And you weigh everything out on the life scale. He's like, what am I really investing my time wisely? My kids will be grown up. Well, look at this. Before you know it. And there's a formative time when I can influence them. I did it and I would do it all over again. But with what's going on now,
and you got more out of it. At this point, he's in his career. His school's already been taken care of. It's a different story when you're young and you're like 20, because then you go, well, they'll pay for my school.
That's right.
They'll get me career opportunities.
You get financial and security benefits at the same time serving your country. Now, don't get me wrong. In a lot of QTNs, I've been rah, 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 go military. But again, the life phase, like TD is accurately pointing out, is completely different. Yeah. It's a young kid, early in life, go be a PJ.
Yeah.
Go kick some ass out there. Go save people. Go be a hero. It's really different. But now he's got 3 kids. He's 42. He's in an established career. He deploys, and he's going to lose a buttload of money working for the Guard. Don't do it. Next letter.
Boom.
This is our friend. I love... He's going to freak. So this has been... I read his letters all the time because he fires off these short, to-the-point letters, and all the time he's putting like these $20 bills in there as a donation. I don't know if he's TNP Patron. Don't care. I just love Ben. He's so awesome. So he's going to correct me on some points. So just screen through this super quick. He's so funny because I kind of... As a background, I was talking about M-Lock versus Keymod, and I was like, I don't really give a crap. And then he's going to clarify what he meant. Go.
I was astonished to see my letters mentioned in the Questions of Nutnfancy, Jan 2019. I did not think my comments merited discussion in a video. Nonetheless, I appreciate your feedback and the fact that you did not mention my last name.
Oh, I'll bleep it out then.
All right. I think there may have been one miscommunication concerning M-Lock. I did not say M-Lock was better because it had been adopted by SOCOM. My point was that most manufacturers and customers will probably switch to M-Lock because it has been adopted by SOCOM. Going forward, I expect more M-Lock accessories and fewer Keymod accessories until eventually Keymod disappears. Think Betamax versus VHS.
Okay, enough of that letter. Yeah. Thanks. Next letter. I hear what you're saying. He's just saying that in the battle, it's going to win over in the long term. That's cool. Whatever. I still like Keymod, but... It's such a minor point, doesn't it, really?
Ignore my earlier request for reviews of the Beretta 1301 and Stoeger M3000 semi-auto shotguns. I bought the Beretta and have not looked back. I tarted it up with some Aridus Industries accessories. It is my new GTW shotgun.
Go to war shotgun.
Nothing wrong with the old Remington 870 Wingmaster, purchased new for $85 at a grocery store in Lubbock, Texas, circa 1980. Good heavens, at a grocery store? However, there's something wrong with me. I've developed arthritis in the left shoulder. Running a pump gun is painful. The Beretta is exceptional. Did you ever visit Reese Air Force Base in Lubbock before it got bracked in 97?
There's another abrupt change of subject. So he's talking about a shotgun. Oh, by the way, have you ever gone fishing in Vietnam?
Yeah.
That's interesting, actually. Yes, I have. Did you say Reese?
Yeah.
Totally have been to Reese. I flew the 38 in there. I think I got a 38 patch in the background. Ladies and gentlemen. Oh, there you go. Made in the good old USA, the T38 Talon, named by my dad, his grandfather. Woo! Sitting right above the M82. Yes, awesome. Yes, I went to Reese. I didn't spend a lot of time there. My pilot training base was Del Rio. We called it Del Rio. It was a good base. Cool. By the way, that 1301 Beretta shotgun is fantastic. We have a Versan 2000. It's a license-built Beretta, I think. It's off of Beretta. We've shot that thing long before TNP, and it runs like, I don't know, diarrhea out of a kitten.
It's awesome.
Yeah, it's just super fast. And I hear your point that, pump shotguns as we get older are more difficult to run. Here's a mini rant. They're difficult to run even when you're young. I've said that in a bunch of tabletops here in the bunker. I'm saying it more and more. Pump shotgun is a skill set.
We say it all the time, and everyone always comes in the comments like, no, it's easy, I can run it. And then if we were to plop anyone just from the general shooting public, they choke.
Did you say plop?
Yep, plop. There you go. I know
Show
what I'm
goes
doing.
On. Plop. Didn't you have a friend you nicknamed him Plop? No, that's from Office.
That's from The Office.
Anyway, sorry, dudes. We're just having a good time.
Classic plop.
Classic plop. Running a pump shotgun is a skill set. You got to practice, but you can put a Hobbs meter on your pump shotgun and just do like he does and stroke it until 2 in the morning.
Yep.
All right, number 4 is from C. Grace. And here comes his letter. You're doing a fantastic job skimming through these letters. And again, I think I highlighted some of the important points right here.
Yeah.
How long is this? Oh, you did pretty good.
All right.
It's almost a page. You kind of bled over a little bit. I don't know if I wrote where he's from. Hit it.
I watched your Questions and Nut in January 2019 video and was inspired to write you. I'd like to thank you for all the great reviews. I've made several purchases based on your videos. The XDM, good. XDS, good. SOG Aegis, good. SOG Elite 2
He carries
Auto.
the XDS all the time. You love it, right?
All the time, love it. SOG Flashback.
Aegis, all HOF gear right there, bros.
Bushnell TRS 25.
Still a great red dot sight.
4.7s MMRX. Several 4.7s Prion 2s.
Still have my Prions.
And a couple of Kelty backpacks. I still have several items on my wish list based on your videos, guns, knives, optics. We all do, man, so don't feel bad. Your videos have changed how I evaluate gear so much that the Nikon Pro Staff 7 was on my wish list before you came out with your top 5 tac scopes video, which I just recently purchased.
Okay, hang on right there. Don't lose your spot. And I just broke in Patreon, if you guys, and I don't know how this will sequence with the video flow, the top 3 in 3 different price categories AR-15 scopes. So we've been evaluating over the last couple of years these 3 scopes. No, they're not the only ones, but there's more AR-15 scope content in TNP. It's out there.
Sweet.
Tear it up.
I'll try to keep this short and to the point, just a few requests and a couple comments. But first, a little about myself. I'm a retired Navy Chief, Air Traffic Controller, 26 years, total service, 85 to 2011. USS John F. Kennedy, NAS Dallas, NAS Fort Worth, New Orleans, Willow Grove. Who knows, maybe we've spoken to each other before.
I'm sure we have.
Totally. After I retired, I took a contractor job in Afghanistan that did not work out. Then I went to work for Lockheed Martin as a flight service station specialist. I've always wondered what those guys were. Every time I talk to them, I can never figure out.
Lockheed, like when I rolled in back in the 90s, Lockheed was running the maintenance contract for the T38s. And they still did it. I think they were doing the not the F5s, but the AT38s. So they bid it, and these are maintenance people, but there's some good employment opportunities working for these aviation contracts.
But a flight service station, that's the dudes you call for weather. The Wix brief.
Cool.
You call, and usually I end up getting the same douche in Louisiana that gets all angry.
He's doing pilot talk.
I currently reside in Pennsylvania. However, I just accepted a job offer from the DoD in St. Louis, Missouri, working at the National Geospatial Intelligence Agency, aka Defense Mapping Agency. My sponsor is a retired Air Force KC-135 NAV. Request, can you do a review of the MAS Defense Custom Barreled Uppers, specifically the very reasonably priced $225 to $295 worth.
Stop right there. Yes, I can do a review on it, but you need to send me your upper. So message me in Patreon. YouTube general, we don't really check messages there anymore because it's just no one uses it very much. So either send me another postcard or something. I'll give you my address to ship it to me. I'm not going to go out and buy a $300 upper to test it. What do you think, TD?
We've got so many damn uppers.
We're awash with them. So, and an upper is an on firearm, so you could ship it. We'll pin it on. Sure, we'll test it. We'll do a review on it. I did skim through the website. I liked what I saw. And I'm glad there's, I think they're bragging about the accuracy on mass defense. I like what I saw. And he's not associated with mass defense. He's just a...
Yeah, he's just a guy interested in... Also, Springfield Armory has come out with an XDM in 10mm. I'd love to see a review, even though I probably won't buy a 10mm pistol because of the scarcity of 10mm ammo. 45 ACP is much easier to find.
Here comes a mini rant. I feel it. You ready?
Yeah, do it.
Buy a 10mm because you don't shoot your guns anyhow. I feel better. Thank you.
That's most people.
Seriously. I mean, guys are like, oh, I don't want to buy a 357 SIG. How many rounds you popping in here? 200. Buy whatever caliber you want. I'm being honest. Most guys do not shoot their guns. You don't. Be honest. Are you going out every month and going 200 rounds every single month? No, I'm not, Nutnfancy. You busted me. That's what I'm saying. So get your freaking 10 mil. I love 10 millimeter in pistol.
It's awesome.
Form. So we're Glock 29 fans, Glock 20 fans, and yes, I received your review request, XDM and 10 mil. I'm excited about it. We love the XDM. I don't care what the interweb says. I don't care what other gun tubers say about it. It is a fantastic pistol. It shoots so well. Not the lightest. Do I like it better than the Glock? I don't know. It's a great pistol. We'll get one and test it.
It's a close call.
Full power 10 mil coming out of XDM. Yeah, I'm a fan.
With all the free crap they give you too.
They give you
isn't
crap?
that bad. Yeah.
What kind of crap? Like a hat?
No, they give you like the holsters and the little Phobos things. Holsters, mag carriers.
That's right. It's
all
a
that.
high value package in there. Yeah, I love that.
It's not the best, but it's functional. And if you're getting a new mag system like that, like 10 mil, it's a different size.
3 mags, awesome. Everybody should do that.
It's awesome.
Love the XGM. Glad it's still out there. It's still going well. Is that it?
Right. Last question that we get a lot. Where do you get your orange and white accuracy targets with the 4-inch squares?
Show him that one right there. So this is a Walther PPKS 22. This target is what he's talking about. And the answer is Bountiful Shooting Range, the Lions Club Shooting Range in Bountiful, Utah. That's the only place I've ever seen them. I drive all the way there to buy them because I love them so much. Oh, and by the way, it's a great shooting range. You want to talk about a great shooting range? The Lions Club range in Bountiful, they just let you shoot. There's no Ugnots walking around behind you like there are at the Lee K. That's a local range we have. And I'm sorry, sometimes it's people interfering. It's just nonsense. The Lions Club is outstanding. So it's reasonably priced, decent range. It's outdoors, so you're going to get wind, rain, all that. Who cares? We're out in the desert all the time shooting that crap all the time. So that's where you get them. You might be able to contact Lions Club Shooting Range and order.
I wouldn't count on much. I asked the guy once when we
They're
were there.
all volunteer man, so I highly doubt that's going to work for you.
The highest gas factor, that's give a shit factor, I've seen out of any of the range dudes there, keep in mind they're all old, retired, and they all have that retiree hat, was maybe a 2. And I remember asking the guy once where he got the targets, because we liked them, and people had asked this before, and he just looked at me like I was just a total idiot.
Last time I went there, I bought 200.
Yeah.
He's like, okay, count them out, dude. And I'm like, you got it. Because I love it. They're just clear. You can see they're perfect at long range.
And no, there's no text on them.
Yeah.
I'm sure someone's like, why don't you look in the
advertising.
corner?
There's no advertising on them.
Nothing.
You might see, yeah, they used to have it on there that was for Bountiful. And you might find this target somewhere else, but it's my favorite target. And it really shows up well on the camera. That's another reason I like it. Moving on. We've got number 5. This is Keith H. And this goes back a little bit, and it's a little bit messy. Can you read that? If you can't, just pretend like it. Make something up. Nutnfancy, I was driving my Lamborghini the other day, thinking about your Grand Sport and if I could beat you in it.
How can I increase the mileage in my Gallardo? Yes, first I must apologize for the terrible handwriting as well as the blue paper. Blue paper's okay.
We don't mind it.
With that out of the way, I just wanted to personally thank you for all that you, and not just you, but all that you and TacticalDoodle, and your family all together do. I stumbled on your channel one night when I was first looking into purchasing my first handgun. I ended up getting a Taurus 24/7 G2. That's a pretty good one.
I don't mind that one.
Yeah, I liked it a lot more than I expected. Don't worry, sold it last year. Oh, okay.
Okay.
It was a 40 cal, so after
love affair, apparently.
After having it for 2 years, I found I preferred my PX4 subcompact to carry over the 24/7. Did not need it.
I just reviewed the PX4 last year, and I actually liked it a lot better than I thought it would. I gave it a lot of love. P228, guys. Just, I don't know why I'm showing you this. Go ahead.
Your concealed carry protocol and obligation to carry videos helped my questions immensely. I even had my girlfriend watch the videos with me as we both got our permits together. Now, as for my AR, at the moment, it may not be as light as I would like to get it to be, but after all, it's a Barbie doll for men, and it is always subject to change, especially once I have access to a Vise and funds to do a free float handguard setup. I guess I should also thank you for...
Whoa, dude. Handguards are cheap, though.
Yeah.
You can get a free float handguard. I mean, even the Chinese ones have become so good.
Yeah.
For like $80. In whatever length you want. M-Lock, key mod, whatever. Okay, go.
Yeah, we're spoiled these days. Thank you for somehow getting me into FDE and tan on guns. I would have to agree with you. It sure does look cool. Indeed it does. Thanks as well for TacticalDoodle's excellent work at the TNP store between the TNP 10 hat nameplate, owl patch, 3 cat, and a Coke fuel bottle. Thanks for getting all that. Everything arrived here in Florida fast and with no issues at all. The music CD rocks. Yeah, we only did a couple of them. My friends and I also...
He threw some in the web store, I don't know, last year, and he had found a small quantity, and then they're gone. If you guys don't know what that was, we actually had musical artists that helped us in TNP forever. Why don't we do it anymore? We've talked about that in QTN already.
And not all the bands stayed together, so...
And they stopped producing music. I mean, Brianisms quit making music. Dudio quit making music. Here's the thing with... And don't forget where you are. Here's the thing with TNP is I can't wait for people. I can't wait for other people to come along. Otherwise, production stops. And so TNP always has been, tell me if I'm lying here, TD, a fast-moving train. I mean, holy hell. This thing moves at 100 miles an hour, no matter what the weather. It's like, it's going. And people can either hang on and go for the ride. Oftentimes, they fall by the wayside. They just cannot. That's why even people watching, it'll wear them out. It's like, holy crap, 3 videos in 1 week, and I've got 4,000 more to make. Is that an exaggeration? I mean, we could do a QTN every week and talk about everything under the sun. Parenting, dating, politics, cars, knives, guns, scuba diving, flying, ammunition, exterior ballistics. It's just, there's so many interesting things in life. Oh, and by the way, that's what you're seeing in the background. Kind of an understanding of history, too, that you'll see in the background. Okay, go ahead, sorry.
My friends and I who also watch your videos have been getting jealous of the amazing scenery in your shooting, biking, camping, and motorcycling vids. I'm originally from NJ, as well as in Florida. Everything in the winter is same looking. Flat, beach, palm trees, swamp, bleh. I might have to check Utah out sometime. Don't mind the cold and love the mountain roads. Before this becomes a book, I'm going to call it quits. Thanks again for being awesome. Your philosophy of life rocks, and keep up with all the fantastic work. I'll see you for a few hours on your next vid sets. 36-year-old TNP or Keith.
Keith H. Hines is his last name.
What? Quit.
Oh. Keith
I just
H.
assume they don't.
I don't think most of them care.
Keith Barfunkel. There, I'll give him an alias.
Thanks for writing in. Much appreciated. Like your enthusiasm. And don't move to Utah. We got too many people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn Olympics just clogged it all up.
Yeah, well, that started it, and then it's just been getting out of control. I mean, there's so many people. I mean, for us to drive to the desert now, it's like hours. It takes forever. Like, they're doing these settlements, we'll call them, along the way. Tons of people, and they're all in slow-moving minivans or poorly driven Priuses. Another rant, sorry. Moving along, number 6. This is Dave A. Thanks. And I may have read his letter before, but I liked it so much, I'm going to read it again. I don't remember. Usually we file in a certain location. No, it's not the garbage can. We actually have a file that we keep all the old letters. And these are, this is a picture of his kids. Go ahead, TD.
I want to begin by expressing my deepest gratitude toward your project and how it's changed my life. Since a young age, I've been a wilderness person, growing up camping, canoeing, and shooting. After college, I accepted a job as a federal agent. That's cool.
Cool.
Unfortunately, I have to live in one of the nation's larger cities. Also, in a few short years, I have had twin daughters. I also suffered from a training accident that required hip surgery. I can no longer run recreationally. That sucks. These combined hardships left me feeling sorry for myself, stuck somewhere I didn't want to be, and extremely limited in my adventures due to my responsibilities. I was going down a dark road when I came upon the project. You spoke of being a quiet professional, not being a chicken shit. You spoke of teaching your kids values of hard work and challenging oneself. I realized if I didn't get my head on straight, I wouldn't be a sheepdog my family needed me to be. So if I'm limited in my ability to travel and adventure, then adventure will come home. I have made an indoor pellet gun range in my garage so I can practice close quarter drills, hostage shoots, etc. I practice knife batoning in my postage stamp-sized yard. I read of pilots shot down and their survival strategy. I've also made 2 USK kits, 2 level 2 kits, and many level 1 kits for the home. I learned food dehydration, etc. I say this because maybe you can encourage TNPers in a similar situation to take advantage of their situation, even if they are in a hard spot like me.
They have health problems. They're not mobile.
You've spurred me on to be a better father, better husband, vigilant sheepdog. I want to thank Mrs. Nutnfancy. Thanks, Mrs. Because your husband's work, I want to be a better father for 2 beautiful girls. I know his efforts can add stress to the family. Thank you for your selflessness and giving nature. Matt, and keep up the good work. Love the backpacking, shooting, and adventuring vids. Yours truly, Dave. Aw, this is so cute.
That is awesome.
Thank
you. I don't think I have read this letter, actually. This is fresh. Thank you so much. I'm humbled when I hear that. TD is humbled when we hear that. There's really so many aspects of TNP. I mean, gear, it's at the core, but there's really, and I think he gets it, Dave gets it, there's really something else going on here. And it's a message we send out to the world, because the world, especially with all the protectionism and horse shit that we see in society now, is if they see these guns, they're like, oh my gosh, they're evil. What they don't understand is that the huge majority of Americans have this strong value system, and they're normal, they're fun people, they do everything normal people do, they're family people. We showed a picture of his kids right here. They're giving, they're kind, they're considerate, they're hardworking people, and that's the message of TNP, is that we're definitely not extremists, we're not we're not conspiracy guys, we've never have been, but at the same time, we're God-fearing Americans, and we believe in the Constitution. The Constitution was God-given, God-inspired, God-created. I'm sworn to uphold and defend it, and I shall. And that's normal. That's just being an American. So we model that. I want to model through the years, and I think we have, about loving your children, loving your family, spending time with friends. I've said that ever since I started TNP. Like when we did Armed Serenity, remember that? I ended Armed Serenity in 2008 by saying that, and I'd say, hey, go out and make, because that was a really fun experience, go out and make those valuable memories. Getting back to your point, sometimes, and it can happen to any one of us, we lose mobility. We have these huge health problems, and we have all these designs and these grandiose plans to be an adventurer and go out and do these things, and we can't because we're injured. And so I love your approach, what you've done, and that is to make the best of your situation. And in life, sometimes we're just given a crap sandwich, right, TD? And we know people like this. My wife was watching someone on her Instagram feed. She's an Instagram addict, by the way. A whole different issue. But it makes her happy, I guess. Whatever. But this was sad. She's watching a young girl, and not girl, she's a young woman, but she's married, has a kid or two, and she's got this huge problem with cancer. I mean, it keeps coming back, and her days are numbered. Why did she get it? Who knows? Sometimes we're just screwed in life. Getting back to make the most of what you're given. Appreciate the health that you are given. You see us do this. I mean, we max it out. We go motorcycling. We go on whale watching excursions, watching people throw up in the ship.
Eating chili dogs in the hold.
Why did he do that?
I still don't know.
We go out in the Zodiac in San Francisco Bay. We go out of Monterey. We go backpacking. I have to drag him backpacking, by the way. He's not a fan.
I hate it.
Did you hear that?
I hate it.
He hates it. My whole family hates it. Hey, you want to go backpacking? Literally, if I say that, I'll hear people running and doors closing in the house.
It's just so
hey, guys, seriously, I want to go.
Cleaning, organizing, packing.
So much work.
I actually don't mind the hiking part itself, except he always saddles me with the heaviest shit. Last time I had to carry, it was like 90 pounds just for the raft. And then every time you always act like, oh, my pack's so heavy. And then I pick it up and I'm like, wait.
Okay, for the record, that was stupid, carrying that particular raft as far as we did. And that is the Over the Ledge series. Granted, it's a long time ago we did that. Oh, my gosh.
Not a pack raft.
But, dude, I don't even know if he's watched it. I did the BOK Adventure series, and yeah, I have more to go on that. Same old story. All the outdoor content does this for views. No one cares. And so that's why we cannot put it and never will put it as a priority in TNP, because there's too much interest in this. Oops, sorry. Yeah. This stuff, right? This, what we're doing. I mean, the guys show up and they'll support the work. So for us to do a backpacking adventure, blah, blah, blah. I've said all this before. It's basically a minimum 3-day event. Yeah. Probably more like 5.
Which 3 days, we could get a lot of gun testing done.
Oh my goodness, yeah. And so this week we'll have 2 full days in the desert, maybe 2 full days at the range, and we'll have inset footage. We'll get data, thousands of rounds shot, and it feels good. Productive. Anyways, I'm sorry that your hip's jacked up. I hope it's better. And I love your attitude because you're making the most of everything. I hope in a lot of ways that I'm able to provide content that's interesting to you guys. You mentioned you built a USK. I'm so happy that I finally did my BOK video. That's your bug out kit. That is a long-term survival kit. And it's going to be on a wheeled conveyance. I'm using the up cart lift or like a deer hauler cart. Go watch those videos. And that's another way you can backpack, by the way. You don't have to haul it in. So that's what I really wish we would have done. And over the ledge is use that deer hauler cart. I forgot to tell you, that thing is awesome. You can load that thing up with 100 pounds. The only thing is you don't want to go hiking up steep hills because there ain't no brake system on it. You'll be like, ah. Moving on. This is Kim in Scotland. Dude, look how short this is.
There we go.
This is a postcard. He sent it, and he has his email, so we're not going to show you what he wrote. Hit it.
All right. Here's a little something you can use to help someone in need. Thank you for all the brilliant work you do. You and your family are such an inspiration and comfort. You're amazing. Kim from California. P.S. If you ever need a graphic designer for free, of course, let me know.
Boom. That's short to the point.
Yeah, buddy.
Appreciate the offer. We actually have a graphics designer in the family, and it's Last Suspect.
Yeah.
He is amazingly talented, and here comes a few images of what he does. He can do really advanced sci-fi art like Gundams you're seeing in the background. Halo-style art. He does figures. He does vehicles. He can basically do everything. He will probably get on with a company using his graphic arts capability. He also has some programming experience too, which is interesting. Guys would say, they see TD here. How come Last Suspect's not on the camera?
Gas factor of 1.5. What can I say?
And as you remember, he said what GAS stands for. He doesn't want to do it. He doesn't like, hey, do you want to go out and shoot in the desert? What does he say?
Yeah, he doesn't. He just doesn't have an interest in it. I get excited about stuff and I crack open the book on Grands and read about the types and figure out, oh, was this bolt made in March of 43? Perfect, it's correct. He's just not wired that way.
Doesn't care. He likes fantasy weapons and stuff, but when it comes down to, hey, we're going to have to go out for 10 hours and test these guns, he ain't there. Usually it's just me. He's visiting now, so he's just visiting now, and then he'll be underway on to better things. But he'll bounce back and forth into the project. True or false? Next up. Thanks for the letter, by the way. Hope we answered it. I don't know if there was really a question in there, though.
I don't think
Kim
so.
in Scotland.
Merry Christmas. It's not much, but please accept these small items or take them back to REI and get what you'd like. Your resource is valuable, and all of us have been able to pull from your knowledge outlet. Keep up the energy. Thanks.
Right.
From the Temples. It's cool.
Awesome. So that's a Temple family. And just to reiterate, here comes a mini rant. Please don't send me anything ever. Awkward pause. Yeah, please don't, because we have so much stuff. But I got to tell you, what he sent is pretty cool.
He did send cool stuff.
For instance, here's a rat's tourniquet he sent. I wonder if we could stop the bleeding on this. What do you think? No? You don't think it's...
a cork.
Probably the ER for that one. This is really cool. A little bit heavy for inclusion to a 1+, maybe a level 2 kit you could do. He's got some water purification, potable agua. I said in my BOK review, why do they put this in a glass bottle? It makes it weigh so much.
I wonder about that.
The answer is probably it stores so much better in glass. And they probably tried it in glass and plastic, which is permeable to some degree. That's probably the answer. He's got this. I hope he's not offended if I use these as giveaway items. This is a really cool gift. Yeah, he did say REI. I don't patronize REI anymore because in the last couple of years they've come out against the Second Amendment, like vocally. And I've said in other QTN episodes, if you're going to do that, if let's say you have a stance, you don't believe in gun ownership by civilians in the United States, we all have different views. That's cool. Don't come out with them publicly. If you're a business owner, just shut up. Don't say anything. Don't post anything on there on your social media accounts. Even after a mass shooting, don't. Rant complete. Holy freak. Whistles there. I really like this Sunto compass right there. You can put that on your watch. Although we probably use the compasses in our phones most often, right until the battery dies. Got that right there. So this is some pretty cool stuff he sent. Really cool. I mean, this isn't just something he got at the swap meet on Saturday. So thank you. The Temple family. Thank you. He actually gave his REI number. That's hilarious. So anyways, please don't send us anything. I say that and have said it, and people are still going to do it.
It makes me feel guilty. Even in a personal capacity, I do not take free stuff from people. Not even Costco samples. I just don't. It's not in my code. I hate it, and I'm sure it comes off crazy, but it makes me feel even more guilty when it's someone I can't pay back.
You need to reevaluate never taking free stuff from people. Here's a story for you. So I'm on high school graduation. I'm down in Panama City Beach. I'm sitting by the pool with my chick that I just met. By the way, she was hot. Her name was Michelle Papania. It was her last name. She's an Italian girl.
Sounds made up.
She's like, no, seriously, it's true.
Yeah, it's Papania. She's an Italian broad.
So she and I are hanging out at the pool. I just met her and made out with her. And we're just kind of hanging out. And here comes this dude in a brand new collectible TransAm. And it was kind of like the ocean blue and white edition. And this was back in the early 80s. And he came with his girlfriend. He's hanging out. We start talking. He goes, hey, dude, you just want to... Because I remarked about his car, how much I liked it. He goes, yeah, take it for a ride. That was free. Guess what? I took him up on it. I railed that thing.
But you didn't get to keep it.
Yeah, but, I mean, here I am, a high school student, and he offered me, hey, man, you want to ride my vehicle?
Absolutely crazy.
And I did it. I was gone for an hour and a half. Came back. He was totally chill. And no, I didn't wreck it. Didn't get a speeding ticket. I may have smoked the tires a little bit.
Just a little bit.
It was a good time. Good time. So my point is, sometimes it's okay to receive something graciously offered. Take advantage of it. You may regret if you don't. Back me up, TNPers, in the comments.
The most expensive things in life start free.
Well, there's some truth to that. And then, by the way, you could be that person who graciously helps someone else out.
I like giving stuff.
If he sent all this stuff, guess what's going to happen to him? Someone's going to give him stuff. Karma's going to happen. Something's going to happen where he's going to get some cool things coming in his life. If you're a generous person in life, you get generosity. If you're tight and selfish, the world usually treats you unkind.
Isn't it more selfless to not take free shit from people?
Well,
you're inferring that I don't give I give stuff a lot more often. I just don't like getting it.
You're right. I'm the same way, but I'm saying overall, sometimes evaluate it. It's okay. When it was for merchandise and stuff, we don't want any. We're washing stuff. Oh, I forgot to show. He sent this too. I can't believe I forgot this.
Check that out.
Unbreakable. He sent this book. Look at this guy. Wow, the Temple family. We got to wrap it up. This is QTN. I think, dude, we're almost an hour. I think we'll put this on the B channel. Do you have any input on that? I think so, because honestly, it's hard to put it on the A channel because it's so far behind in Patreon. Patreon's like 10 videos ahead, and the A channel is just like... Do you like that sound effect, by the way? It is what it is. I talked about it last QTN in the Zodiac, so I'm going to pop this on B channel. If it gets good views, like 60,000 in a week, guess what? You'll have another QTN episode. There you go.
I don't think we have any more mail, though.
I didn't want to do it. We're an hour, and we went through basically 9 letters. There's a lot to talk about. Again, we could do 4,000 videos easy. Thanks for subscribing. Become a TNP Patreon member or not. Doesn't matter, really. A B channel is still alive.
Technically.
B channel. I want to see if this tourniquet works, by the way, for obvious reasons. We're in the bunker. This is the Nutnfancy Project, signing off from the great state of Mississippi. What? It's weird. See you guys later.